Hello everyone, my name is Lorraine. I am Regional Manager for Europe at the University of the West of England in Bristol. You'll also hear me in the presentation refer to ourselves as UWE Bristol or UE. We do shorten our name for obvious reasons, it is very long. So I'm going to give you hopefully a short presentation on Bristol as a city, on the university and the range of programs or degrees that we offer. There is a chat function, so please, if you have any questions during the presentation, please put them in the chat function and I'll answer them at the end. Also, you can book individual meetings with me. The calendar, I believe, will go live after this presentation, so I'm putting in my availability so that you can book a meeting either with me or my colleagues if I'm unavailable, and you can ask us individual questions that you may not want to ask in the chat. But we'll do our best to help you, and if you want to find out any more information about individual programs, then that's the way to do it. Book an individual meeting with us. Okay, so before I start, I want to show you a little video of the university, which will hopefully give you a flavour of what we're about and what our students can do.
It doesn't rewrite the rules or give a new perspective, just doesn't incite passion or inspire action. It isn't the mindset that will ready.
Lorraine, we can hear the video.
Yeah, I think I've got an issue with it. Bear with me. Let me try and start that again.
Just never solved anything. It never challenged anyone. Just doesn't turn potential into progress. It doesn't build careers. Just doesn't push convention to think big or take risks. It doesn't rewrite the rules or give a new perspective. Just doesn't incite passion or inspire action. It isn't the mindset that will ready you for this changing world. Don't just choose a city. Don't just choose a course. Choose to do university right. Choose UE Bristol, not just another university.
Okay, so hopefully that worked better the second time around. So I'll just take you through the presentation now and give you a bit more detail about the university. So we pride ourselves on being a university that prepares students for the real world. And by this, we mean the world of work, and we're giving our students as much opportunity as possible to get practical experience. So for example, our programs will either offer a full year of work experience. You normally do that in the second year, after your second year of study. So you do 2 years of study, 1 year in industry, and then you return to complete in your what is then your fourth and final year. On some programs, the work experiences are integrated within the program. So you may do several weeks at the university and then go out into practice, return to the university, do some more work in class, and then go back out into practice. So on other programs, the work experience will be integrated. It will be a module or course that you take in your final year. So every program is different in the opportunities that it offers. We also make sure that our students have access to state-of-the-art equipment, industry standard equipment, so that they get used to working with and using equipment that they will use when they get a job at the end of the day. Bristol itself is a city. It's a large city. We have 2 universities. It is also a tourist destination. So there are lots and lots of opportunities for work outside of work that is related to your course. So if you want to be earning some money, part-time job opportunities, there's quite a lot of them. We have lots of theatres and restaurants, and there's nightclubs and museums and shops galore. So lots of opportunity there to get some part-time work. As a city, we are very well connected. We have our own airport in Bristol, but we also have links across the rest of the UK. We're 90 minutes from London by train, and there is a direct coach link between Heathrow and Gatwick airports, which bring people into Bristol, and the coaches actually stop on our main Frenchie campus. Bristol's been voted one of the best places to live in Britain a couple of times now, and it has won all sorts of other awards. It is a Nesta city, so this is a city that has been identified as a hub for creative industries. We also have lots of other industries based in the city, which we'll see in a moment. So a bit more about UE. We have achieved TEF Gold, which we're very proud of. This is the Teaching Excellence Framework. We are 21st in the UK in the Guardian University Guide, a top 20 university for graduate employability, second in England for student satisfaction, and we are in the top 500 world universities in the Times Higher rankings. So coming back to what I said before, we have excellent links both across the city and connections to every part of the university. We have 3 campuses, which we'll come on to later. We're a popular base in Bristol for multinational companies like Rolls-Royce, Airbus and Intel. So for students who have the opportunity to do work experience, some of those opportunities are on the doorstep. For others, students would go and work anywhere in the UK and also anywhere in the world. So we don't limit students to actually staying in Bristol. Students do feel part of the community at Frenchie. There's 24/7 student support, 24/7 access to things like our libraries and study spaces. And there are rooms that students can book across all of the campuses if you want to, or you can just turn up and see what's free and available. So these are just some nice images of Bristol, our iconic painted houses that you see in the middle there. And although we are a big city, we do still have lots of green spaces, as you can see on the right-hand side. Bristol is famous for Banksy, so you can see some graffiti there and some artwork there. That's obviously not a Banksy, but it just prompted me to mention that. And you can see some other locations around our city. So let's move on to our campuses. So we have 3 campuses, as I say, in Bristol. Frenchie Campus in the top right there is our main campus, and that is home to our Faculty of Business and Law, also our Faculty of Environment and Technology. They are wholly and solely based there. We have 2 other faculties, so Health and Applied Science and our Faculty of Arts, Creative Industries and Education. They are partly based at Frenchie Campus. Health and Applied Sciences also has a base at Glenside Campus. This is home to our nursing students, and it is actually a former hospital, so students are being taught in what was a former hospital. Then we have our city campus, and that is spread across 4 different locations. 3 are highlighted there. So we have Bower Ashton, which is the main arts campus, Spike Island, and Arnolfini. Arnolfini is a gallery exhibition space. There's a bookshop in there, a cafe, but also teaching space used by our university. So this is home to our art students. So city campus, this is where, if you're interested in animation, photography, filmmaking, that's where you'd be based. So Frenchie Campus, as seen from the air, it's our largest campus. This also has on-campus accommodation and our sports centre. So this is all located here. So now we're going to take a little look at each of the faculties. So starting alphabetically with Arts, Creative Industries and Education. So as I say, it's split over 2 sites. So students at Frenchie would be studying the more sort of theoretical courses. If students are doing the more practical courses, things like fashion communication, fashion textiles, filmmaking, they would be based in our Bower Ashton or City Campus, where they have dedicated facilities. We have film studios, we have industry standard film cameras, we have a big resource room where students can borrow those resources and take them to be making their films or their photography wherever it is they may wish to go. Students on this campus do work very collaboratively, and so even if you're a photography student, you can use the fabrication workshops that you can see in the top right hand corner there. So you can learn how to work with wood, with metal, with pottery, all sorts of things, so you can build on your skill set. It's not a case of, I'm a photography student, I'm just going to be taking photos. So we're going to have a look. This faculty is actually divided into 3 main areas, which you can see listed there. And on the right-hand side, this is a list of some of the programs. It is not all of the programs that we offer in this area, but just some of them. We also offer in there teacher training programs. So if you did want to teach primary school children, or if you wanted to teach at secondary schools, we do offer those programs as well. And they do tend to be popular with students from Spain. So moving on to business and law. This is located on Frenchie Campus. That's the building in the top left-hand corner. So it's a very modern building. Whenever I take people on tours of the university, they look at the building from the outside and they go, very nice. They walk inside and the reaction is normally, wow. And they bring their phones out of their pockets and take a photo of the inside of the atrium, because it is very impressive. So this is home to a wide range of programs. And again, we have the facilities dedicated to whatever you may be learning. So you see there, this is on the top right, our Bloomberg trading room. We have breakout areas where students can sit and they can work and you in different sort of collaborative ways. We also have 4 law courts and Harvard-style lecture theatres, and also technology-enhanced learning rooms as well. So a list, again, this is just some of the programs. It is not all of them. We offer a wide range of business programs and qualifying law degrees, so LLBs and LLMs. We also offer professional law courses as well. So then, health and applied sciences. This faculty, as I say, is split between 2 locations. So the picture in the middle is our Glenside campus, and this is where students of nursing and midwifery, physiotherapy, rehabilitation, and our very practical courses such as paramedic science, those are all based there. We also have a house on that campus, which is used by our forensic science students who are normally taught at Frenchie, but they use this house, which can be set up as if a crime has been committed, and the students would go in, they would collect their samples, so fingerprints, maybe fibers from the carpets, maybe samples of blood, all sorts of things like that, take them back to the laboratories to analyze them. And here are some of the other programs that we offer, and you can see the facilities there that our students get to use. We have these fantastic hospital wards that have been set up. So if you're studying children's nursing, you will be with the smaller mannequins. If you're studying adult nursing, you will have the full-size adult mannequins like this one here, and they can be, we have 1 or 2 that can be programmed to react to what the students are doing to it. So it breathes, it can talk, and it will react to how the students behave with the mannequin. We also offer courses such as biological science, biomedical science, psychology, and health and applied sciences is also home to our programs of philosophy, criminology and sociology. Again, those are taught at Frenchie Campus. So again, a big faculty with lots of opportunities. Then moving on to environment and technology. This is home to all of our engineering programs, and you'll see across the middle of this screen the accreditations, or some of the accreditations that we have. This is important. This means that our programs are regularly looked at by the industry. They are confirming by allowing us to use their logos, by giving us that accreditation. They are confirming that what we are teaching is what the industry needs. It is good quality. They wouldn't, accredit us if that was not the case. You can see some of our students there, some of the companies that they've gone to work for to do maybe their placements. So Airbus, for example. We have all sorts of facilities there. We have several flight simulators. We have one that is, as you would expect, the one that you sit in and you can move the joystick. We also have more static ones, which are like computers, and you can make the aircraft do something, but it's all done via the computer. We offer robotics, and we are home, very proud to be home of the Bristol Robotics Lab, which is a joint project between ourselves and the University of Bristol. Environment and technology does have a vast range of courses as well. It's home to our architecture programs. We are 14th in the UK for our architecture. It is also home to our computer science and creative technology courses, engineering design and mathematics, and geography and environmental management programs as well. So again, a wide range of programs, and hopefully there is something there that may be of interest to you. So some more images of the university. The student in the bottom right-hand corner is standing outside part of the engineering building, and behind there is where we have our wind tunnels. So we have 4 wind tunnels which go from subsonic to supersonic. We have in there as well our driving simulator, our flight simulators, and that location is home to our Formula student team, which we'll have a photo of later on. On the top row of the images there, you'll see our student village in the middle. So that's one of the accommodation options on our main campus. Again, more images of our students. So you can see the top left there, students in one of our law courts, students who are doing presentations to their placement employers or to other university colleagues, staff and students. Our editing suite for our filmmaking students, the Bloomberg trading room, and there you'll see the guys who are stood by the car. That's the Formula student team with one of our previous cars. So each year the students will design and build a car, which, as long as they get through the safety trials and the time trials, they then can potentially go and race that. And I think it was last year the students took it over to the Netherlands to race there, and then the end of the competition is where they get a chance to race at Silverstone. So again, lots and lots of ideas of what our students do in getting experience in the real world and using, like I said, the hands-on style of teaching and getting their hands on state-of-the-art equipment. And again, more images there of our nursing students. There's our art students, and that's the interior on the bottom left-hand side of our business school. Okay, so Frenchie Campus is our main campus, as I said, and we have about 3,000 bed spaces on campus, and we will guarantee accommodation for our first year students, as long as when you apply to university and you apply to us, you make us your firm choice university. We only offer accommodation to firm choice students, and you need to apply by the accommodation deadline. This year that is in June, it's the 10th of June, and then we will guarantee something. For students who are taught at our Glenside campus, there is accommodation on campus there, and also just across the road, about a 5-minute walk. And for anyone who is in the arts faculty, then the campus doesn't have accommodation actually on it, but there's accommodation in the city centre, which is what they would be allocated. There's a varied range of prices, and they're all on our website if you did want to have a look. So we're reaching the end of the presentation. So I just wanted to give you a little flavour of Bristol if you've never visited us. So have a look at the virtual tours that are online. There are Banksy tours. We're home to Banksy, so lots of Banksy artwork. There's various attractions. We have some historic ships in the city, which have been turned into museums. We also have a standard museum. There's lots and lots of attractions, and we are home to things like an international balloon festival. So hot air balloons come from all over the world into Bristol. We also have our international kite festival as well. So people come to one of our big open spaces and they fly kites of all shapes and sizes. Also here, you can have a little flavour of the things that we offer in terms of student support. So we give you lots of support throughout your journey with us. So from the time you apply, we'll be giving you lots of information. We'll help you with things. If you need a visa to come to us, we will help with that and point you in the right direction of how to apply and provide you with some of the documentation you need. There's lots of student support during your journey, from personal tutors to independent advisors if you want to go and see them. We have lots of webinars that we have done, which are all on our website, so you can watch them. And we have open days, which are coming up soon. At the moment, obviously, they're all virtual, but if you go onto our website and you just type in open days in the search function, you'll get the dates of the forthcoming ones, both postgraduate and undergraduate as well. So lots of support. If you do want to contact us, you can email me. My email address is europe@uwe.ac.uk. You can also contact our international at uwe.ac.uk, which is at the bottom of the screen there. So there you go. That's me. Different colour hair, but same person. I do like to change it every now and again. So please look at our website for more information about the courses. Please ask any questions in the chat function. And if you do want to contact me, please just email me. That's what I'm there for, to answer all of your questions. And don't forget that you can also book an individual one-to-one meeting with me via the platform, and I'm putting my availability in the calendar for you. I've just done the first week and I'll put the other availability in there for you. So please, if there's any questions, do let me know. We have plenty of time. And thank you very much for listening. That's my contact details there again. Thank you. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, Lorraine, you have 2 questions at
Yes.
the chat.
Oh, okay. Aha. Okay. Let's have a look. So we do have scholarships, yes. They are listed on our website. I will just try and put the link in for you so you can follow them. The scholarship package does change twice a year to coincide with our main intakes. So our main intake is in September. That's the most courses would start then. And we have another intake in January. Sometimes courses start in February or March. So it does vary a little bit. So let me just copy and paste the scholarships there so you can have a look on our website. Here we go. Hopefully you should see that now. And hi, I've had another question about COVID and distance learning programs. So we have a few true distance learning programs. They tend to be at postgraduate levels. So we have things like real estate and real estate management. that are offered as distance learning courses. But all of our other courses, we expect students to come to the UK and study with us. Obviously, in light of the current situation, our studies have had to go online. A lot of our students are still studying online, but some are in the university. So following government guidelines, everything went online for a period, but then we were allowed to host students if they had very practical courses and they needed access to the facilities and the workshops. So those students are at the university studying. We're not running big lectures, those are all done online, but if they need to come into the workshops, they're able to do that at the moment. And the whole university, each building has been evaluated by the health and safety team, and signage has been put in place. Everything, there's one-way systems, there's hand gel everywhere. You have to wear masks when you're indoors and walking around the buildings, and the workshop and office space has been limited. So there's a much more limited number of people who are permitted to be in any space at any time. So we're following the government guidelines. We are hoping we've just come a little bit more out of lockdown, so we can now meet more people out of doors. And the government has said they're hoping that students will be able to come back, fully to the university in May. For us, our teaching has finished by then, and it's pretty much exam time in May. And we just have to wait and see what happens in September. Again, following government guidelines, we're making our plans for whatever will be possible at that time. So we don't have many online, true distance learning programs. They will all be flagged on our website as distance learning if that is a possibility. So hopefully that helps. Does anyone else have any questions? Can't see anything in the chat. As I say, if you do apply to us, I'm the regional manager for Europe, but we have different regional managers for different regions. So Montserrat from Ecuador, that would be my colleague Lydia. So if you do want to get in touch with us, she can help you with any questions that you have. And wherever in the world you are, you'll have a regional manager who looks after all of the student queries, who knows all of the entry requirements and things like that. I'm surprised no one's asked me the entry requirements, so maybe I should let you know that. So if you're in Spain and you're following the Bachillerato, then we need a minimum overall for most programs. I emphasize this is most programs, a minimum of 6.5 or higher. Some of our subjects will ask for a higher entry requirement. This is mainly things like our K100, which is architecture, our 3-year BSc degree, that needs a minimum of 8.5. Some courses such as forensic science or biomedical science will need a high level of biology and or chemistry plus another science. So we're looking for at least a 7 if we need a grade C at A level, and an 8 if we need a grade B at A level. So, please get in touch if it's not clear what the entry requirements are, if we do have subject requirements. We also need you to have an acceptable English language certificate. So for most undergraduate programs, that would be an IELTS of 6 overall with no less than 5.5 in each element. And if it's postgraduate, then 6.5 overall. There are some programs such as architecture and also our nursing programs, which will have a higher English language requirement. For students who apply to us, we can potentially, if you're eligible, offer our in-house English language test. It's free to take and it's offered online at the moment, obviously. But you do need to be aware that that won't be recognised by another university. So you have to know that you're definitely coming to us. Otherwise, it's better to take one of the more widely accepted English certificates, such as IELTS or the Cambridge Advanced or Cambridge Proficiency exams.
Okay, thank you so much, Lorraine.
You're welcome. I don't think there's any more questions, so I think everybody wants to go and enjoy the hopefully nice weather where you are. It's lovely here. So yes. Oh, hi.
Another question.
Oh, IB program. Yes. Oh, well done. Thank you for reminding me. Now, as a university, we work to UCAS tariff. So when we know that for the IB, you will get an overall grade. So you'll get a 32 or a 47 or whatever it may be. We're not going to ask you for that. So that sometimes confuses people because we work to UCAS tariff. So our program, for example, if you were interested in architecture, the BSc degree needs 144 UCAS tariff points. Now, the way you work that out, there is a UCAS tariff calculator, and I will post that in the chat. I'm just going to look that up and try and talk at the same time. And so basically, all of the subjects that you take will pretty much have a UCAS tariff attached in the IB. So if you get a higher level course, so say you're taking geography at higher level and you get a 7, that will give you 56 points. If you're doing higher level maths and you get a 6, that will give you 48 points, and so on. Some of the standard level grades also get a tariff, and you can look at it here. So I'm just posting that in the chat, and basically you add that up to reach the tariff requirement. And if you look at each course online, they're all displayed in the same way, so you can easily compare and contrast. If you look up a course, you will see some overall information. There'll be videos to watch, and hopefully they'll be a bit more professional than I managed to make our one the first time work. So they should work for you better than they have for me. And you can then look at the structure, and that will tell you the names of all the modules that you'll take. You can look at the features. So this is anything special about the course. So professional body accreditation, field trips, work experience. Is there an option to do study abroad as opposed to a year of work experience? All of those kinds of things will be listed there. There's then information on careers, on life in general, the fees, and the entry requirements. And the IB is listed there, but it will just tell you if we need specific subjects. So say, for example, you're doing an engineering course, then we will need higher level mathematics and we'll need a particular grade. I think it's a higher 5, but do check that. We also accept English language and literature within the IB curriculum and the different maths syllabi as well. Again, that is listed on the website under our English language requirements, because it depending on whether you're taking standard level or higher level, there will be a different requirement. But if you use the UCAS calculator there, you'll see what you get. You're more than welcome, Montserrat, more than welcome. So yeah, hopefully that helps. And if there's any other IB students out there, I mean, we do know you're taking a lot of subjects, and you normally smash our tariff requirements because you do so many subjects. If you're not doing a Spanish high school qualification, so if there are other international students listening from across the world, there are international pages on our website, and you can, if your country isn't listed there, get in touch with us. We can't put all of the countries up. My poor web team would be working non-stop putting them up, but we've got a lot of countries there. But if you're not listed there, it's just because we haven't had time to put them up yet. And do get in touch with us, and we will be able to tell you what's acceptable in your qualification, because not every qualification has an exact correlation with the tariff points. So we would have a score for your particular qualification. Okay, so I think that's all of the questions. Yeah, no one else with any questions. Okay, so thank you everyone for your time and your attention. As I say, if you do want to book a meeting, don't forget you can do that. After this recording, I'll put my availability up and you can book an individual appointment with me. And please get in touch if you want to on the Europe email. And I'll do my best to answer you as quickly as I possibly can.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much, Lorraine.
Thank you, everybody. And thank you for organizing everything and enjoy the rest of your day.
Okay. Thank you. Bye,
Okay,
Lorraine.
bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.